Hey, yo, MCA. I told you I was gonna do this, so I'm gonna do this. Hey, yo, we are, yeah, I said it, we are, call it MCA, TVC, yeah, I set the ball, I sell it direct, my deposits will reflect, 6 figures, came from poverty to prosperity to public figure, I'm nasty when I spit, sorta like snuff, but I'm all about the business. Check my French cuff. You thinking it's a scam? Then I'll call your bluff. You still confused about money, but you call it bad luck. I'm a bust working the beat, so call me rap nympho. I went from rags to riches. Just ask my kinfolk. I'm the real deal, like that chicken Kill Bill named Go-Go. I build networks, never solo. Jay had it first. Weezy came and killed it. Now I'm up to bat. That role model was gifted. The rap Babe Ruth. I'ma point to where it's headed. Knock it out the park. My vision is expected. I'm hard like erected. You scar like infected. Economy is going down. Must stand corrected. My point is suggested. Gotta have the skills to pay the bills. Can't neglect it. So let me manifest it. It's simple. You join MCA. Then use the benefits for benefits sake. Then you share with others and get referral pay. Every Friday is payday. Forget the naysay. Call them haters. Reap what you sow. Therefore, get on your hustle. Just don't be broke. It's mind over muscle. Ain't no free handouts. I'm a businessman, so the compensation plan is the only thing I hand out. Ain't nobody getting it. 6 figures of value with them services and benefits. And it's all legitimate. It's all about choice. You can work for the rich and wealthy or become the rich and wealthy. Bottom line is your choice. If you think trying's hard, then wait till you get the invoice for not trying hard. Jim Rome, yeah, it's all risky, no lie. Investing money is risky, but here's how risky life is. You're not gonna get it alive. I'm the bomb, baby. Call that Hiroshima. I turn it to the game. I'll call my haters Tina. I'ma change the game. Call that trendsetter. I'm in the business helping others with business endeavors. My flow clever. Just a hint to all the debaters and haters, doubters and naysayers that don't use common sense. Y'all ain't give me 2 pennies, so you can keep your own 2 cents. Woo! What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's just Maurice Trimble Jr. here, also known across social media and the online world as the role model. And I just wanted to pretty much just make this quick video just to showcase how, it's just a blessing how MCA has helped me to fund my passion. MCA helps me fund my music. And I think that's a really, not only noble thing, but I think that's a really crucial thing, paramount thing to put out here to the masses. Because, we always see celebrities, we see our stars and people who we really look up to. We see them in the beginning before they became who they were. And after they became who they were, there's always those that say, hey, I remember that person when, or I remember her when she was doing that back then, So, with that being said, I just wanted to make it known that, yeah, I definitely am very close to getting to the pinnacle, to where I'm looking at get to the epitome in terms of the musical standpoint. We have the mixtape that's been done. It's a great success. You can go look that up at www.themcamixtape.com. And you can download it, share it, listen to it, whatever have you. That's going to get very big real soon. Got some big things in the work to make that definitely get tons and tons, a plethora, multitudes, hundreds of thousands of views and followers and just all of that good stuff. But also the music videos is coming soon, courtesy of we have my colleagues out in Las Vegas, Nevada, in my homeland, the entertainment capital. So far as King Al Hefner, you can look him up on Facebook. Also his brother RJ Raphael does real good with beats how you want them, vids how you want them, pics how you want them. Okay, so whether it's pictures, videos, or beat production, they handle that whole thing, and they're in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I want to give a shout out to them. They do great work, quality. I'm all about quality work. But with that being said, I don't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to share that as one of the songs that's trending across the radio right now on heavy rotation. It's playing in Los Angeles, California, Miami, Florida, Houston, Texas, Boston, Massachusetts. It's also playing in San Francisco, California. Also, it's so funny, areas where you can't get involved in MCA overseas is playing there too. So it's playing in Sydney, Australia, Rome, Italy, London, UK. I think it's just a beautiful thing how the world and information technology era we live in, how things can travel at the speed of light, information and a value to help other people's lives. But I did want to talk about three things. Most of all, I want to talk about so far as your mindset, your skill set, and the rules of the game have changed. I'm also going to put this on a live, Facebook Live too, because I want to get some feedback from you all about it. I'm going to be doing more videos with not just MCA, but my other endeavors I'm involved in. You know, I'm all about having great wealth, having great health, you know, achieving these things. And I like to do something that's different, that's an anomaly, if you will. That's what people call me, an anomaly, because I like to put out here this information I learned that I assimilate. I like to facilitate it to you all, but to the masses through music, through acting. You know, sort of like I can't wait till the videos get done in the latter part of the summer. Have a lot of the MCA videos, a lot of my other endeavors I'm bringing forth, dealing with real estate, dealing with the stock market, you know, paper assets, commodities, you know, dealing so far as cryptocurrency is concerned. I'm gonna have videos for all of this music, and it's just going to change the way how people think, how people can grow their financial education. So I'm looking to do what the school system is not. The school system is not helping our youth coming behind us, generations coming behind us, know what's the better way, to know what's the standard in this era, not the information technology era. You know, I say all the time, 300 years ago, land was the great thing. Whoever owned the most land had the most power. You know, now 100 years ago, you got the Industrial Revolution, so far as factories, companies, things of that nature. People, all these workers were just ushered in by the multitudes, hundreds of thousands, you know, so far as clocking in, clocking out every day. You know, just like the workhorse of the American Industrial Revolution. You know, so whoever owned the factories, owned these industries, you know, they made the most powerful wealth. Now, this is the information age. Okay, so whoever has the most information, they own the wealth. And this is the only aspect that is borderless, meaning it can't be contained by borders. Like land could be contained by borders. Industrial Revolution, the factories can be contained by borders, but not information. When it's traveling at the speed of light via social media, as you're looking at now, via technology, is making it to where anybody can become an entrepreneur from their phone, you know, from their own home. It doesn't matter. You know, you could be an entrepreneur, you could be an investor, an active investor, as long as you have the information. Two of the greatest assets, always remember, is your mind and time. Okay, those are two of the greatest assets. And your mind is just like a muscle, like anything else in your body, just like any other muscle in your body. You need to work it out. Okay, so when you work out physically, you see the changes in your body. When you work out mentally, you'll see the changes in how you think. You see the changes in your philosophy. So with that being said, mindset. Definitely want to understand that you have to, that's the key to success. One of the keys to success, it starts with your philosophy. Okay. Napoleon Hill, one of my teachers and mentors, states that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. So with that being said, it starts with your thinking. Earl Nightingale, another one of my mentors and teachers of old, talks about, you know, the strangest secret, the strangest thing in the world is that man becomes what he thinks about most of the time. Whatever you think about most of the time, that's what you're going to become. Okay? So it starts with your mentality. If you want to change your financial situation, your health situation, your physical, okay, your mental situation, your spiritual situation, because we're all spiritual beings. We're made in the image of God, right? If you want to change this, it starts with how you think. Change your thinking. That means dive. I mean, become baptized and immersed and dive into books. And then don't just read the book or the audio book when you listen to it. Actually do what it says. Take action. Even if you don't have a lot of money, even if you don't have anything, you always have time, okay, and you have your mind. Those are two things that are free. You're born with this brain and you're born with time, okay? So you can utilize that. America is one of the only places in the world, one of the richest countries in the world, because you can start from nothing and amass so much. You can start from nothing and go to something, okay? And I'm living proof of that myself. You know, me being an ex-felon. A lot of people don't know my story, but I was convicted of a crime that I didn't even commit some 14 years ago in 2000. Sent to jail, never even had a record. Only had a couple of traffic tickets. Never had no record at all. They just bypassed me, the judicial system, the criminal system. They bypassed me through probation. I didn't even get probation. And gave me, I signed a plea bargain because I didn't have enough to pay for a lawyer. I had a public defender that railroaded me and got me in a situation to where I went from jail to prison. I'd never been in trouble before. All before my 20th birthday. Right when I got back from the military, serving for the U.S. military, you know, and up in Fort Benning, Georgia, where the Airborne Ranger School is. So with that being said, I'm living proof here, ladies and gentlemen. After I did the time, even though I didn't do the crime, I did the time. But I used my time wisely. And then it took some 8 years later before I came across these great mentors, these great teachers, Earl Nightingale, Jim Rohn, Napoleon Hill, Zig Ziglar, Robert and Kim Kiyosaki, Bob Proctor, Les Brown. You know, then you got Eric Worre with everybody he interviews, you know, from Tony Robbins to, there's so many that I can name. It's unlimited amount of people who I've studied from, countless and hundreds of bios and success stories, and also failures. I look at people's failures too, because you will learn a lot by failure, who failed, just like success. All right. So with that being said, I am now the man who I am today. And I can leave that for my generations past, my 8 children. You know, I have 1 handsome prince, 7 beautiful princesses. You know, and though I miss them so dearly because I'm away from them, I cannot wait, thank God, to be reunited with them again. You know, so just a footnote, just a side note, all you parents out there, if you have children, never forget or take for granted the time that you have with them. It's priceless. Because those little people are a remnant of you. They're DNA of you. They are literally you. Just in little bodies. A better version. Okay? The next coming up. The next kind. So cherish every moment you have with them. Because there's a lot of people in the world that are not with their children. They wish they could be, but they're not. You know, due to whatever situation, circumstances of the other partner, or due to the whether it's the law or whatever have you. They can't be with them at that present moment ever, or for quite some time, a space and time. So never take for granted having your children. And that's why, hence brings me to that point of, remember, growing your mind. It always helps, because then you'll be able to leave that behind for them so they can grow their mind. Because children, they look at you as a role model. What you do, they're going to do. They're going to copy you. Okay? So it starts with your mind. Okay, whether it's books, whether it's readings, lectures, whatever it is. And then you want to learn through simulation, through games, through actually doing it. Okay, the game Monopoly and old, or as we have in this new day and age, a game I love, Cash Flow by Robert Kiyosaki. You know, these games help you to stimulate your mind to actually see what you would do in circumstances. And you can do it with fake money. You could do it with making mistakes, because you don't learn until you make a mistake. That's how we learn. Okay. And you can learn that way, but not at a cost to you and your household and your pockets. Okay? Second is the actual skill set. You got to have the skills. And usually once you read or once you study, once you learn, whether it's through the hard way, through trial and error, or reading, however you learn it, once you have those skills acquired, now you can actually go out and put them to use. And the more skills you have, the better off you'll be. You know, so sales, that's a skill. Customer service, public relations, that's a skill. Like me, in the beginning of this video, you seen the rhyming I did. It took a long time to get to that. There's a book called Outliers out there, Mr. Malcolm Gladwell, and he speaks about 10,000 hours it takes to be a world-class expert or professional or world-class or something of a great benefit of you knowing your craft. After 10,000 hours, you figure that might sum up to 10 years, or it could be a little less. But that's a long time to become a professional, become world-class at whatever you're doing. So whether that's Michael Jordan, whether that's the Beatles, whether that's hockey players, whether basketball players or athletes, Serena, Venus Williams, anybody you can think of. Everybody sees Steph Curry on the Golden State Warriors, how his shot is so lucrative and so magnificent. There's all kinds of people you can see out there who we as mankind, we look at in all sports, all endeavors, anything, and we'd be like, wow, whether it's computer geniuses, whether it's whatever have you, dance geniuses. Okay, it took 10,000 hours. It took a lot of time into honing that craft. Same with myself. I put a lot of time into music. That's why I'm good as I am. That's why I can freestyle off the top of the head, no cursing, nothing negative. That's why I can do that, because it took a lot of time. And you don't regret that, because you're happy, even though you don't get money in the beginning. Okay, but later on it pays off. It pays off. All right, so the skill set, you got to have the skills. Once you have the skills acquired, you'll come to see that fear is casted out. You don't worry about being scared to talk to people when you've had so much skills that you've built with public relations and sales and customer service. Talking to someone is not a problem at that point. There's just so many things out there that once you learn the skills, it benefits you. All right, and then the last thing, the rules have changed. Number 3, the rules have changed of the game. Okay, you got to know the rules of the game. So what I mean by that is, if you're an entrepreneur, you got to understand that there's rules. If you're an investor, an active investor, you got to understand there's rules. If you're an employee, okay, for an employer, rules, right? You got to have rules to follow. You can't do certain things to defame the company. You can't do certain things to put your employer at risk. Same thing, it goes for entrepreneurs, what we do, investors. MCA is nothing different than a beautiful roadside assistance company. But they do offer you, it's unlimited roadside assistance. That's what sets us apart from all the others. It's a company that has so many more benefits and so many more services and so many more discounts than other companies. That's what sets us apart. And it's unlimited as well, as I said. But there's an income opportunity. That's another thing that sets us apart. MCA, you pay $40 to join the company and to have those benefits and be protected by the services and have all the discounts and benefits, and you pay $20 a month to keep those benefits going, to keep those services going, for that unlimited roadside assistance and everything else. But on top of that, since we don't advertise on TV, radio, advertisements, newspapers, online, we don't advertise at all. You wouldn't hear MCA unless you heard it from someone else, word of mouth. The oldest form of advertisement since the days when Jesus Christ walked the earth, since the days of the apostles in the first century with the Roman Empire being in rule. Word of mouth, okay? Things spread by word of mouth. You share this with someone else, the benefit that you have of the membership that you take part of, that you pay $20 a month for to get all those benefits. You share that with someone else, and the company is going to pay you money for doing that. And they pay you every week, always on time, every Friday, direct deposit. You can't beat it. You get $80 or you can make up to $90 per person. All you do is tell somebody, and you're just sharing what you utilize yourself. That's it. Even though a sales transaction takes place with a receipt, this is really referral-based commission. It's referrals that you're getting paid on. Telling someone else about something that they didn't know about it before, but you know because you're experiencing it, you're using it, you're utilizing it. Daily, monthly, yearly, and you get the benefit of getting paid for that. So it really boils down to how many people can you tell? Pretty much. So I choose to put my endeavors through music and acting, so when it gets out there to the masses, a lot of people will know about it. And do I get compensated greatly? Yes, of course. But what about all the trials and errors, my 10,000 hours I put in to learn that? See, that's the key. Nobody gets lucky by chance. It's about being the rules of the game, understanding the rules. Okay? So with that being said, Thank you for listening. And remember, if you want more information about MCA, just go to my website, www.motorclub4life.com. So motorclub4life.com. Or if you want to know about so far as the mixtape, the music, and just stay connected with social media. The whole world is connected via social media now. Okay, and it's a good thing. It brings us together. It helps us to know more. All the situation that's been going on in the world that we have now in the world, with all of the negative, with all the families that have lost their lives of loved ones, whether it's policemen or whether it's certain people of color, whether black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. We're all the human race, and nothing negative should be happening. Anybody that has negative happen to them, they should feel for the other person. I know we sometimes tend to go off the tendency of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But to be honest with you, love is the only thing that casts out everything. Having that love for God, your maker, your creator, and having that love for your fellow man. I know it's hard to love, even when you're being mistreated, even when you've been wronged. Trust me, I know. Okay? I'm dealing with that right now. It's hard to love someone when they mistreat you or they've done something wrong to you that has affected everything in your life from that point on. But trust me, you got to remember, it is not your fight to fight. You can't defeat evil by doing evil. All right? So with that being said, just remember, this social media world is a good thing and it's a bad thing. And the good thing about it is it brings us closer as a people, so we can see everything that's going on and help others in far out of reach places that didn't have the help before, that didn't have the information before. All right? So with that being said, remember, the mixtape, you can connect with me on social media, the mixtape, all other social media at Team Motor Club for Life. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, teammotorclub.com. So my website, to know more information about MCA, the benefits, the services, the discounts, even the money opportunity if you need to make some extra money, if you want to change your financial situation. You don't want to be doing that drive to work to and fro every day, do rush hour. You don't want to take them kids to daycare that you may have. Or you want to spend more time with your children, your family, a significant other or whatnot. Instead of having all your hours go to a job, 40 years of your life, 40 hours a week, there's a better way than that, ladies and gentlemen. There's a better way, folks. All right? You want to know how you have more money at the end of the month instead of having less money. Okay? You don't want to fall into that stigma. It's okay to have a job, but you don't want to fall into that stigma and do that for long durations of period of time. When you have an opportunity, as I'm giving you with MCA right now, to change that. All right? The job, remember, stands for jumping out of bed, juggling over bills, and being just over broke after you pay your taxes and after you pay your expenses. You're not left with too much left over. It's just the way it is. And it's set up that way. So you got to understand the rules of the game. They've changed. Okay? You don't want to work for money. You want to have money working for you. And you want to have a business. Two things you got to have in this world to get ahead. Business or investments, or both. If you have businesses and investments working for you, you never have to work the hard way a day in your life. You can work smart. It's better to work smarter than harder. All right, with that being said, so sorry for the long video, but it needed to be said. Had to get it off my chest right here. And when it's heartfelt and comes from the chest, it's definitely inspiration takes over. Hopefully you plug all to my music. And if you liked what you hear, thank you so much. Just comment below or like the video. God bless. One love.